Hi everyone, in this video we are going to discuss an application of standard reduction potential. With the help of standard reduction potential, how we can decide about the feasibility of a redox reaction. First of all, you must know what is a feasible reaction. Any reaction that can take place, that can occur, it is known as feasible reaction. And feasible reaction can be of two different types. Number one, a feasible reaction may be spontaneous or non-spontaneous. What is spontaneous reaction? Whenever a reaction can take place quickly, it is known as spontaneous feasible reaction. And if a reaction is taking place slowly at a slow rate, it is known as non-spontaneous feasible reaction. Now, how we can decide about the feasibility of a redox reaction? Feasibility of a redox reaction can be decided with the help of overall cell potential, and overall cell potential is determined using standard reduction potential of an element. Now you can use a simple formula how to calculate overall cell potential. Overall cell potential, it is calculated by using this formula. Cell potential is always equal to reduction potential of cathode minus reduction potential of anode. Now whenever cell potential of a cell is positive, it means that reaction is feasible, and that cell is known as electrochemical cell, voltaic cell, because positive cell potential means we are getting some voltage is generated, some potential is generated by that cell. And if overall cell potential of a cell is negative, it means that is a non-feasible reaction, and that non-feasible reaction can only take place if we will provide some input, some electrical energy, some voltage. So then obviously it would become electrolytic cell. Now one more thing, you must remember how to decide the spontaneity of a feasible reaction. Spontaneous nature of a feasible reaction, it is linked with cell potential, and there is a limit of cell potential that we must remember to decide whether a reaction is spontaneous or not. If a cell is generating at least 0.3 volt during a chemical reaction, then that reaction will be known as spontaneous feasible reaction. So this is the most important information in deciding whether a feasible reaction is spontaneous or not. So 0.30 volt is the minimum limit of the voltage that must be produced by a chemical reaction to be spontaneous. Now I'm going to give you some example how feasibility of a redox reaction can be decided with the help of standard reduction potential. Let's suppose in this first example you have been given two half cell, one half cell containing Fe3 plus and Fe2 plus, and its standard reduction potential will be available to you, and other half cell is that of silver, its standard reduction potential is also available to you. So one simple thing that can be asked by using these two half cell is to write down a balanced chemical equation for a feasible redox reaction. Yes, by using these two half cell you can write down balanced chemical equation for a feasible redox reaction. What you must remember, how a reaction can always be feasible. A reaction is always feasible whenever the half cell whose standard reduction potential is greater mathematically, it acts as cathode, it undergoes reduction. What does this mean? For these two half cell, if you want to get a feasible reaction, you must carry out reduction in which half cell whose reduction potential is greater mathematically. So mathematically you can see the reduction potential of silver half cell is greater, so we must consider silver half cell, we must make silver half cell as cathode where reduction must take place, while iron half cell must act as anode. What happens during anode? Oxidation takes place at anode half in anode half cell, and during oxidation what we do, the reaction of anode half cell is reversed. What does this mean? The reactants must become product, and the product must become reactant. So for iron half cell, the chemical equation will be Fe2 plus, it must be oxidized to Fe3 plus by the loss of electron. And for silver half cell, since it must act as cathode where reduction will take place, the chemical equation will remain unchanged. You must see that whenever you are writing these equations, you must use irreversible arrows. That is important. Now if you take the sum of both these reduction and oxidation, what you will see, you can cross out the electrons. That net redox equation will be equal to Fe2 plus Ag1 plus, giving you Fe3 plus and silver solid. Now this is a balanced chemical equation for a feasible reaction. Now you can say that how it is confirmed that it is feasible. Let's use the formula for cell potential and get the cell potential of this reaction. You will see that the cell potential of this reaction would be positive. Now you can see the cathode of this reaction is silver half cell, so its potential will be taken, and its potential is 0.80, and 0.77 potential of iron will be subtracted from this. You will get a positive potential overall, so it means this reaction is feasible. Although this reaction is not spontaneous, but it is feasible. Okay, another type of question, you can also decide about the feasibility of a redox reaction like this. If you have been given a reaction and if it is asked whether this reaction is feasible or not, how you can decide? You will have to take the equations for each half cell. One half cell in this case is that of chlorine, and the other half cell in this case is that of bromine. You should take equations for each half cell along with their reduction potential, and then you can decide whether this is feasible or not feasible reaction that is given. Now what you can see by the information that I have told you, which half cell must undergo reduction. Chlorine half cell must undergo reduction because its reduction potential is greater mathematically. So if chlorine half cell is undergoing reduction, it means Cl2 must be the reactant. Now look at the main chemical equation. In the main chemical equation, Cl2 is the reactant, so it means that this reaction would be feasible. Now but we can prove it by using the cell potential formula. Cathode is chlorine and anode is bromine half cell. If you get the answer, you can see the overall potential of this electrochemical cell is also positive, so it means this chemical equation is feasible. So by using this information, I think now it has become quite obvious for you people how to decide about the feasibility of a redox reaction. I hope you would have enjoyed this lecture. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.